All right, what's going on, guys? It is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Yeah, and last night was another profitable night of MLB DFS and my free MMA lineup that I gave out because you guys hit 5 likes on the video and 5 retweets on the tweet. It cashed. So yeah, let's get right into today. So starting right off with the pitchers, we got at the top Jacob DeGrom, who has the highest upside of any pitcher today. The Milwaukee Bucks, not the Milwaukee Bucks, the Milwaukee Brewers strike out a bunch against. They just strike out a lot, and Degrom gets a lot of strikeouts. If you look at his game log, he's had 10 plus strikeouts in 4 out of his last 5. So Degrom has the highest upside of any pitcher on the slate. So I really love him. Arrieta is a little too expensive for me. He's really struggled this year. I'm staying away. His struggles do have somewhat to do with the 2 games that he's played already at Coors. He's also played at Boston and at Milwaukee. So that might have something to do with it, but he's just really kind of struggled this year. Hasn't looked like himself. So I'm staying away from him at 10,700. Next is Jose Quintana, who I said DeGrom has the highest ceiling. Quintana probably has the highest floor. Great matchup against the Padres, who really struggle against left-handed hitting or left-handed pitching. Um, Quintana hasn't really looked like himself this year, but if you look at his game log, he's the 2 games against pretty poor offense in Kansas City. He's actually done extremely well, and San Diego definitely qualifies as a poor offense. So I like Quintana at home here. I think he has the highest floor. Now, guys in the middle here like Gio, Severino, Gosman. These 3 guys are very, I would say, they're kind of risky. Gio has done really well against the Phillies in his career, but he's been very inconsistent. So if you want it, and he's kind of expensive, so that's the problem I have with Gio. Severino's been excellent this year, and he's done really well in good matchups like at Boston and at Chicago. He's still delivered. This is at home but this is at home against Houston, and Houston is one of the toughest matchups, and that's the only red flag I have on Severino. So if you want to take that risk, because I don't think he'll be high owned, it could pay off. Kevin Gausman hasn't been good all year long until last week, or until his last outing against the Nationals. Um, and today he plays the Royals in Kansas City, which is a pitcher's park, so he could be worthy of a look as a starting pitcher too. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, the risk with Gausman is that he's been very off this year, and he's only really had one good performance. So if you're okay with that and you think he maybe turned the page a little bit, you could go ahead and fire him up. Guys down here, of these guys down here, I don't like Hellickson. I don't like Aaron Sanchez. He just doesn't have enough upside for me because he doesn't get a lot of strikeouts. It's more of ground balls. The thing about Pomeranz is that I said this last time he pitched. He can either get you that he's gonna either get you like 10 plus strikeouts, or he's just gonna really just implode. And last week he imploded. Um, Pomeranz also doesn't go deep into games, and this game might also get rained out. It's very questionable right now, so I'd kind of stay away from Pomeranz and Andrizi. Neither of them have good matchups. Getting down here, none of the guys down here are really all that intriguing at all. So moving on to catchers, um, a lot of the starting catchers seem to not be playing today. Um, of these guys, I like Cameron Rupp kind of because he could hit a home run against Gio. Uh, I like Miggy Montero if he plays. He's had good numbers against Wainwright. Let's see, moving on. I like Romine just because of the matchup against Fears. I would take a flyer on Narvaez, just because of the fact that it's Jared Weaver he's hitting against. But that's about it at catchers. Maybe Kurt Suzuki against the lefty Nicolino. But yeah, that's about it, guys. There's really no one here I'm really all that in love with at catcher today, because it's a 1 o'clock slate. Um, Moving on to first baseman. Freeman's going to go very low owned just because it's lefty on lefty, and there are more better matchups lower down. But if you just want to, if you're making a GPP lineup, Freddie Freeman could be your guy. Rizzo's really struggled this year. Anthony Rizzo has really struggled this year. Really hasn't gotten it going. For that reason, I'm going to stay away from him. Zimmerman's not playing. Jay Bruce isn't playing. Eric Thames is interesting, but he kind of hasn't been doing well ever since his extremely hot start. Jose Abreu might be my favorite first baseman play. It's Jared Weaver that he's hitting against, who gives up a ton of fly balls. Jose Abreu hits a ton of fly balls and home runs, so I love Jose Abreu. I like Edwin Encarnacion. Santiago's a fly ball pitcher, and Encarnacion hits a lot of home runs, so they're kind of a match made in heaven there. I like Kenny's Vargas. He just doesn't seem to be owned at all that much. And he usually kind of comes through whenever I play him. And today he plays against Trevor Bauer, and he's had great numbers against Trevor Bauer. So I like Kenny's Vargas. Um, yeah, I like Kenny's Vargas a decent amount at first base because I think he's going to go very low owned. Joe Mauer has had excellent numbers against Trevor Bauer in his career. Lucas Duda is interesting. He's just got back from injury because of the matchup. I love Chris Young in this spot. I think he hits one out today. It's been a while. Or it's not. He hasn't hit as many as he usually does. Now, it hasn't been a while, but he hasn't hit as many as he usually does. Um, Chris Carter could be interesting because Mike Fiers, like I said, just serves up a ton of home runs. Trey Mancini is interesting just because he hits home runs too. Justin Bour is just always so cheap for how much of a how high his potential is. Sorry guys. R.A. Dickey just it seems like he's just kind of struggling this season. He hasn't looked like himself in years. He's giving up a lot of contact. He's not getting a lot of swing and misses. I like Justin Bour today in the spot at 3,400. Let's see. Moving on. I like Adam Lind. I really like Adam Lind. He's getting some increase. He's going to play today because they're sitting out Ryan Zimmerman. So I like Adam Lind. That's about it for first baseman. Let's move on to second baseman. Let's see. At the top, we got these three guys right here. You can't really go wrong with any of them. You really can't go wrong with any of them is all I can say. Jose Ramirez I like. He's against Hector Santiago. Like I said, Santiago's a fly ball pitcher, so Jose Ramirez is a good spot to hit one out. Same with Starlin Castro. I really love Starlin Castro. For the same reason, I think he can hit one out. There's a sleeper that I like. Okay, so I like. No, I don't like Solarte. There is a sleeper play here. You guys might not know a lot about him, but his name is Ian Happ. And Ian Happ is a second baseman for the Chicago Cubs. Was called up yesterday and hit one out. He's going up against Wainwright today. He's extremely cheap. He's one of their top prospects. Ian Happ. I love Ian Happ. I'm actually a Yankees fan, so when we traded Aroldis to them, I was hoping we could somehow get Gleyber Torres and Ian Happ because I really liked Ian Happ as a hitter, and he's very cheap today. So if you're looking for a cheap second baseman play, look towards Ian Happ definitely. Miguel Sano hits right-handers extremely hard, and Trevor Bauer doesn't have the best of control, but I'm definitely going to be looking towards Manny Machado today against Chris Young. Chris Young also gives up a lot of fly balls, and he's just kind of he's at that stage of his career where he's not going to be able to get guys like Machado out often. Moving on. Jose Reyes is batting leadoff today. Doesn't say it, but from what I just saw, he's batting leadoff today, so he could be interesting. Let's see. Chase Headley's interesting because he could always hit a home run. He's been kind of struggling lately. He's kind of come back down to earth after his extremely hot start, but I think he could correct it today against Mike Fiers. Let's see. Adonis Garcia is batting second against Nicolino, so watch out for him or keep an eye on him. Dietrich is only batting sixth today against R.A. Dickey, so I'm kind of lower on him than usual, like if he were to be batting leadoff, but I'm still pretty high on him in general. Darwin Barney is interesting against Ariel Miranda. I think Darwin Barney could be hitting a home run today. Let's see. That's going to be about it for third baseman. Moving on to the shortstop here. We got the top guys on the slate. Carlos Correa, who has a tough matchup. Trey Turner, who has somewhat of a tough matchup. Lindor has a good matchup, but he hits better left-handed than he does right-handed. Moving on. I like Didi probably the most out of the shortstop. Seems to always do consistently solid. I think he can hit one out against Fiers today. If they play in Boston, Tim Beckham's interesting. He's had decent numbers against Pomeranz in his career. Freddie Galvis has had excellent numbers against Gio Gonzalez in his career. So if you definitely want a hitter, look towards Freddie Galvis. Definitely look towards Freddie Galvis. It is a cheap shortstop play. Ryan Goins has some pop in his bat. He's hit 2 hits in his last 2 games, going up against Ariel Miranda, who got rocked in his last outing. So Ryan Goins is interesting. And that's about it when it comes to shortstop. Let's head to the outfield here. And in the outfield, we got Harper, who hit a walk-off last night. You can't go wrong with Harper. If you want to pay up for him, that's all you. Mookie Betts, if that game plays, I love Mookie Betts. He's been on fire lately. Aaron Judge might be my favorite outfield play. Like I said, Mike Fiers gives up a lot of home runs. Aaron Judge, as you can see, hits a lot of home runs. Michael Conforto, I think, is batting 4th today, batting cleanup. And against Willie Peralta, I really like him. Brett Gardner's interesting. He's turned it around. He's on fire lately. Matt Kemp might be my second favorite outfield play against Nicolino. Nicolino really struggles against the right-handers. Matt Kemp has been really solid to start the season. I love Trumbo to hit a home run today. I love Bautista to hit a home run today. Um, let's see. I like Ellsbury. Reddick is always solid against the right-handed pitchers, but like I said, Severino's a really good pitcher this season. I like Matt Holliday to hit one out today. I like Adam Jones, but he's not. I don't know. I actually don't think Adam Jones is playing, so scratch that. I like Kevin Pillar in this spot against Ariel Miranda. I like Altair. He's kind of. I don't like him as much as the other guys I just mentioned, but because he's really struggled against Gio in his career. But Altair has just been on a different planet over the past few weeks, or past few days, so I love him. Seth Smith. I like Seth Smith. I like Avisail Garcia to hit one out because it's Jared Weaver. Moving on. There aren't really other guys that I really like much out here. I don't know if Ezekiel Carrera is playing. That's been kind of my go-to cheap outfield play for like the past, I don't know, week. Lurie Garcia's batting leadoff again. Last time he hit leadoff, he had 35 fantasy points and 2 home runs. He's going up against Jared Weaver again, so he could be worth a flyer. Danny Santana, I'm not a huge fan of him at cheap, even though he's cheap. Brian Goodwin could be worth a look. Very cheap, batting second against Hellickson. He could be worth a look. And that's about it. All right, so real quick before I wrap up the video, one of my someone told me yesterday, he goes by the name of Chris V. He actually gave me a really good idea, and it was just kind of something fun to do at the end of the videos. I just go through each game, and I just kind of try to predict a home run or say like one batter to hit a home run. And I really like the idea, so it's just kind of something fun to do at the end of the video, so I'm going to get right into it. So I'm just going to start at the games that start today early, and I'm just going to kind of go through and just kind of pick one hitter I think that could hit a home run. And by all means, this isn't me saying, hey, play this guy, he's guaranteeing you a home run. This is kind of me saying who's in the best position to hit a home run from each game. So we're going to get right started into the, starting off with the Seattle game, the Seattle Mariners at Toronto Blue Jays. The guy's Jose Bautista. I think Jose Bautista hits a home run here today. Jose Bautista has been on fire. He's hit a home run in 3 of his past 4 games. I think Jose Bautista hits another one today against Miranda, who gives up a lot of fly balls. So that's the guy for that game. For the Atlanta at Miami game, obviously you have guys like Ozuna and Stanton who can hit a home run, but my favorite hitter to hit a home run today is Matt Kemp. Like I said, Nicolino struggles against righties. Matt Kemp is in a great spot to hit a home run today. Moving on to Minnesota at Cleveland. My favorite guy to hit a home run today would be Edwin Encarnacion. Santiago's a fly ball pitcher. Edwin hits a lot of home runs in his career, so I like Edwin Encarnacion in the spot. The Phillies game against the Nationals, honestly, it's just going to have to be Bryce Harper here. He's always in the best spot to hit a home run. Hellickson does do a decent job of limiting hard contact, so keep that in mind, but I think in this game, Harper's my favorite to hit a home run. The Rays-Boston Red Sox game, if that game happens, I would say my favorite to hit a home run would probably be Mookie Betts. I think Mookie Betts is the most likely to hit a home run here. He's been on fire lately. I like Mookie Betts. Moving on. For the Houston-New York Yankees game, I already went over him. Aaron Judge. I think Aaron Judge hits a home run this game. I actually love him to hit a home run this game. San Diego, Chicago, my favorite bat to hit a home run is over at first base, and his name is Jose Abreu. I love Jose Abreu to hit a home run. The Mets at Milwaukee. Let's see, how many games are left? Mets at Milwaukee. Okay. So the Mets at Milwaukee game. If I were to pick someone to hit a home run, I would have gone Jay Bruce, but I think I'm going to go Michael Conforto against Willie Peralta. He's already had 8 home runs this season. I think he could hit another one against Willie Peralta. Cubs-Cardinals game. If I had to pick one person to hit a home run, it would probably be Anthony Rizzo. Anthony Rizzo or Matt Carpenter. So here, where are we? First baseman. It's going to be either Anthony Rizzo to hit a home run or Matt Carpenter. Carpenter's a sneaky play, I feel like, because he has that matchup against Arrieta. But Arrieta, like I said, hasn't been himself this year. For Baltimore against Kansas City, Jesus, you could play anyone. Machado could hit a home run. Trumbo could hit a home run. Where is Trumbo? Trumbo could hit a home run. Chris Davis could hit a home run. Adam Jones isn't playing, but if he played, he could have hit a home run. I just like an Orioles stack today, to be completely honest. They're one of my favorite stacks. But like a sneaky home run hitter, I think, is going to be Jonathan Scope. I don't think a lot of people are going to look towards him at second base, but I love Jonathan Scope to hit a homer today. And that's about it, guys. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Any feedback in the comment section, just leave it in the comments. And give me an idea for what I should call that last part of the segment where I just kind of name batters who I think will hit a home run every game. Again, thanks to Chris V for coming up with that idea and giving it to me. And yeah, that's about it. So I'll see you guys later.